Hey friends, today we're going to talk about spiritual life during the COVID crisis. You know, some of you have stacks of books on the side of your nightstand that are so tall that if they fall over, they could actually injure somebody. Or maybe you've said, well, I'd love to be in the Word more, but my life is so busy and I'm so exhausted. Or we'd love to pray together more as a couple, but he leaves before I get up in the morning and we're just too pooped at night. Well, perhaps this is a time where we could recalibrate some of this and actually spend some discretionary time working on our spiritual life. And I am aware that some of us have children at home now that we normally didn't, and our life has really changed. It's not the same. But for most of us, there is a little more flexibility that we have today. So just want to talk about a few very simple principles. And one is just setting some spiritual goals. Say, I'd like to read at least one chapter of the Bible every day, or I'd like to read a book each week during this time, or I want to listen to worship music while I'm doing the dishes or working around the house, or I want to take time to listen to a podcast, or I want to make sure that we pray together every day as a couple. You know, sending some specific goals will be a big help during this time. And then make the goals specific so they're measurable. Like, I'm going to read the epistles and I'm going to start there. Or I'm going to listen to worship music while I'm working on this. Or set a time where you could do that. Or I'm going to read the book Confronting Christianity. I've heard that's great. Or I'm going to do New Morning Mercies for my devotional. You know, that's one of Virginia's and my favorite books for that. Identify the podcasts that you want to listen to. So it's not just vague, but there's actually some teeth in it. And we're going to go to bed together, and we want to pray every night together. So when we get in bed together, we're going to pray first before I open up the book or before we turn on the television or before we do, well, whatever else you do. We're going to spend some time praying together. And it doesn't have to be long and lofty, but pray for your kids, pray for your marriage, pray for your extended family. Maybe there's a couple who's struggling in their marriage. Just spend some time praying together. This is not a time to evaluate how well each other does. It's a time to come together as a couple before the throne of grace and bring the Lord your requests and tell him how much you love him and need him in this time especially. And then share with each other how you're doing. This isn't a reporting to each other to get a card and a grade on how you're doing, but just, wow, I was reading in New Morning Mercies today and it really struck me. Or, you know, this chapter in Confronting Christianity, she has a really novel way of doing that. And then just share with each other. I think this is going to be a good time. This is a time where you could actually create some habits that would last well after COVID-19 is over. Now, until tomorrow, may the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. God bless.